fishwife. A loud, argumentative woman. Example: she argued like a fishwife in the market. Sugar daddy. An older man who spends money on a younger partner. Example: her new boyfriend is a sugar daddy who buys her expensive gifts. Catfight. A fierce argument or fight between women. Example: the two women had a catfight over a misunderstanding. Vulgarity. Rude or offensive language or behavior. Example: he was warned for his vulgarity during the meeting. Indecency. Behavior that is inappropriate or offensive. Example: she was shocked by the indecency of the joke. Taboo. Something prohibited or forbidden by social custom or norm. Example: in some cultures, discussing certain topics like death can be considered taboo. Offend. To hurt or upset someone, typically by doing or saying something disrespectful. Example: his remarks unintentionally offended many people at the party. Stutter. To speak with involuntary pauses or repetitions. Example: nervousness caused him to stutter during his presentation. Penalty. Punishment for breaking a rule or law. Example: he received a penalty for speeding, having to pay a fine. Stalwart. A loyal, reliable, and hardworking supporter or participant. Example: she has been a stalwart member of the team, always ready to help out. Assault. To hurt someone violently. Example: the person hurt the guard outside the club. Lambaste. To criticize someone or something very harshly. Example: the coach criticized the team very strongly for playing badly. Prejudiced. Having unfair thoughts about someone or something without knowing enough. Example: she didn't like him because of his skin color, which was unfair. Self-immolation.
the act of setting oneself on fire as a form of protest or sacrifice. Example, the monk's self-immolation drew attention to the plight of his people.
Fetch. To go and bring back something. Example, the dog was trained to fetch the newspaper every morning.
Chide. To scold or rebuke someone mildly. Example, she chided her son for forgetting to do his homework. Assail. To attack violently, either physically or verbally. Example, the critics continued to assail the politicians' policies.
Meager. Small or insufficient in quantity or quality. Example, the family could only afford meager portions of food for dinner. Foe. An enemy. Example, even though they fought, they respected each other's skills. Woe. Great sadness or trouble. Example, losing his job made him very sad and worried about the future. Retaliation. To hurt someone because they hurt you. Example, the country said it would hurt back if it was attacked. Preclude. To stop something from happening. Example, her lack of experience stopped her from getting the job. Sewer. A pipe underground for waste and dirty water. Example, the sewer helps keep streets clean by taking away dirty water. Preside. To lead or be in charge of a meeting or event. Example, the judge will lead the trial and make sure everything is fair. Prosecutor. A lawyer who tries to prove someone is guilty in a criminal case. Example, the prosecutor showed evidence to prove the person did something wrong. Apex court. The highest court in a country that decides important legal issues. Example, the Supreme Court is the top court in the United States. Clash. A fight or argument between people or groups. Example, there was a big fight between the protesters and the police. Wreckage. Broken parts of something destroyed. Example, after the car crash, pieces of the car were all over the road. Besiege. To surround a place with soldiers to capture it. Example, the army surrounded the castle to take control of it. Referendum. A vote where people say what they think about a topic. Example, the government asked people to vote on a new law.
Daunt. To intimidate or discourage someone from doing something. Example, despite the challenges, she was not daunted and continued to pursue her goals. Scorching. Extremely hot or burning. Example, the scorching sun made it difficult to stay outside for long. Burglary. The illegal entry into a building with the intent to commit theft or another crime. Example, the police investigated the burglary of the jewelry store. Atrocities. Horrible and inhumane acts, often committed during times of war or conflict. Example, the international community condemned the atrocities committed by the regime. Infringement. The action of breaking the terms of a law, agreement, or right. Example, the company was sued for copyright infringement after using someone else's music without permission. Unveil. To reveal or make something known for the first time. Example, the artist will unveil her latest masterpiece at the gallery opening tonight. Breach. A violation or breaking of a law, agreement, or standard. Example, the data breach compromised the personal information of millions of users. Audit. A thorough examination or review of financial records, procedures, or systems. Example, the company hired an external auditor to conduct a financial audit. Backdrop. The background against which events or actions unfold. Example, the city skyline provided a stunning backdrop for the wedding ceremony. Impassable. Impossible to travel through or cross. Example, heavy snowfall had turned the mountain pass into an impassable route. Doctrine. a set of beliefs or principles, often religious or political, taught and followed by a group. Example: the Church adheres to the doctrine of forgiveness and redemption.
Mayhem. Chaos or violent disorder. Example: the crowd erupted into mayhem after the game. Vigilant. Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. Example: the guards were vigilant throughout the night. Strive. To make great efforts to achieve or obtain something. Example: he strives to be the best in his class. Goofy. Silly or foolish. Example: he made a goofy face to make the children laugh. Unworthy. Not deserving of something. Example: she felt unworthy of the praise she received. Peevish. Easily annoyed or irritated. Example: he gets peevish when things don't go his way. Improvisation. Creating or performing something spontaneously. Example: the actor's improvisation during the scene was impressive. Adroit. Skillful and clever, especially in using the hands or mind. Example: she was adroit at solving complex puzzles. Demotion. A reduction in rank or position. Example: he faced a demotion at work due to poor performance. Tranquility. A state of peace and calm. Example: she found tranquility by the lake. Accolades. Praise or awards given for achievement or merit. Example: the athlete received many accolades for winning the championship. Reconstitute. To reconstruct or rebuild something. Example: the company plans to reconstitute its management team after the restructuring. Dynasty. A succession of rulers from the same family or line. Example: the Ming Dynasty ruled China for nearly 3 centuries. Revenue. Income or money earned, especially by a company or government. Example: the new product brought in significant revenue for the company. Subsidies. Financial assistance or support given by the government or an organization to help reduce the cost of something. Example: farmers receive subsidies from the government to help them cope with low crop prices. Defector. Someone who leaves one country, political party, or organization to join or support another. Example: the diplomat was labeled a defector after defecting to a rival nation. Glitches. Small problems or malfunctions, especially in technology or machinery. Example: the new software update fixed several glitches in the system. Crude. Something that is in its natural or raw state, often lacking refinement or sophistication. Example: the crude oil extracted from the ground needs to be refined before it can be used as fuel. Thanks for watching and subscribe us for more.